Hello, Sandra. I have to tell you this, but I think you're not suited for my son. I just cannot understand why Chris would choose you as his wife. What was he thinking? Are you still going on about that, Mother? You've been sending me this line message countless times the past week or so. Haven't you had enough? All I'm doing is protecting my son. What mother would look the other way when their son is suffering? I really can't understand why you feel that way, Mother. Chris was tricked into marrying you. You were only after his money. I saw it coming a mile away. That's where you're wrong. I married Chris because I wanted to build a happy family with him. Building a happy family for you means to live in an expensive high-rise condo and spend all his money. That's what happiness is for you. Since getting married, how much have you siphoned of him? How could you say that? Siphoned off? Please. You do realize that I work too and make a reasonable amount myself. We share all household costs for your information. The way I see it, your constant disapproval only disrespects your son. He's my son. Don't act like you know my son more than me. It's not only me. Chris also has grievances about you. One, your cooking is horrendous and you never clean. What's more, your personality is dull as ditch water. Did he really say that? Of course he did. Do you think I'm making it up? He said he wants a divorce. He really wants a divorce, huh? Yes, so give it to him already. He'll be way happier if you did. Divorce is not that easy, Mother. You can't just say, okay, sure thing, and be done with it. It's more complicated than that. Still being pig-headed about it, huh? You really have the nerve, Sandra. Maybe I better start looking for a suitable wife for Chris to replace you. I don't have time for this, Mother. I need to get back to work. Goodbye. Sandra, are you there? About this coming 4th of July weekend. We're going to see the fireworks with the whole family, and you're not welcome. Just so you know. A fireworks show? Yes, all the relatives are going to be there, so I figured it would be a great opportunity for everyone to get together. They have these stands ready at the park, so I made reservations for one of them for the entire family. We'll have front row seats. They even have a drink bar set up. But I'm sorry, there's no seat available for you. Of course, Chris is more than welcome. If you want to see fireworks, I suggest you watch it on TV or buy some sparklers and set them off on the veranda or something. I see. Alright, no problem. As you suggest, I'll stay home that evening and enjoy myself alone. That would be the best. Yes, Mother, and thanks. I really hate crowds. I would much rather stay and relax. Accepting defeat pretty easily, Sandra. What's up? That fireworks display, we get a front row seat from our veranda on the 12th floor. The view is actually spectacular from here. I'll just sip some wine, relax, and take in the show. No crowds to contend with. Thanks, Mother. That's nice.
Hey, Sandra, just finished work. I'm just getting into my car. Should be home in like 30 minutes.
Oh, hey, Chris. Pretty late over time?
Yeah, end of the week and all. Hey, did you have a little spat with my mum yesterday?
Excuse me? A little spat?
I just received a call from her. She left a cool message. She's talking about the upcoming fireworks display on July 4th, but she's going on about something or other. Mentioned your name a couple of times, but I couldn't make head nor tail about what she was saying. What I got from it was that she called and starting a senseless attack on you, but that you retaliated? What's up? Did something happen?
Oh, that. I wouldn't actually call it retaliating. She just texted me to say that they leased special reserved seats to watch the big fireworks display over the 4th of July weekend, but she made it point that I was not invited.
First she harasses you, now treats you like an outcast. When is this ever going to stop?
But you know me, I hate large crowds, so I was actually relieved not to be invited. So I just told her that I was happy I wasn't going, that I was actually thankful. I even thanked her for not inviting me. That was it about. I bet you anything that after a while her anger grew because of my indifference. Guess she figured out I would be more upset.
I'm starting to get the picture. I got to say, Sandra, you've gotten really good at taming the tiger.
Yeah, well, we only converse online or by phone, so it's not face to face. I work all day, which allows me to avoid your mother. I don't know how things would have turned out if I was just a stay-at-home housewife. I hate to even imagine such a scenario. And when do we meet? It's always with you, so she holds back on any criticism she has.
I'm really sorry that I have to put you through this, Sandra. I keep warning her to back off, but she just ignores me. On the other hand, when I warn her, the backlash against you worsens. A real catch-22 situation.
Don't worry about me, Chris. I can handle it.
Thanks, but we really need to do something about it sooner than later. About that July 4th meet, I'll attend and say hello to everyone. I won't be too late. I don't want to think about the repercussions if I didn't show up.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I better get back onto the freeway. Should be there before 8 PM.
Alright, drive carefully. It seems you kept your promise and stayed home. Good evening, Mother. 2 more hours before the fireworks start. Looks like a never evening for fireworks. You kept a super stiff upper lip the other day when you heard you weren't invited. But now that Chris is here enjoying himself and you all alone, I hope you don't feel stunned. I'm sorry to have to cut you off soon, but I'm going to have an online drinking party soon. I better get ready. Pardon me? An online what? Online drinking party. I have to log in now, so we'll talk again. Enjoy the fireworks. Log what? I really can't understand you, Sandra. Always talking gibberish.
Hey, Sandra, you there? I'm heading home right this second.
Chris, what's up? How about the fireworks show? Hasn't even started?
Forget the damn fireworks.
Chris, you kinda sound upset. What's up?
Sorry, I'm not upset with you, it's Mum. I just found out the real reason why she didn't invite you tonight.
Sorry, was there even a reason? I just thought she simply didn't want me there.
Before I arrived, Mother apparently told everyone that you and I were already divorced.
Wait, what? Already divorced?
She introduced this girl saying she was my soon-to-be wife. And guess who that woman was? It was Lily.
You've gotta be kidding me. Are you talking about that very same Lily? The one that your mom was scheming to match up with your older brother Kyle?
That's right. When she stood up in front of everyone, all cheerful, and announced that she was my new wife, I went completely pale and then red hot.
You're joking, right? This has to be a joke. This Lily, she was Kyle's old flame, right? I heard he broke up with her after she was caught cheating on him. Why her? What was she thinking?
You know, Mother. She thinks Lily is pretty and that's why she likes her. Simply for that reason. She really pushed it with Kyle, but that didn't turn out as she planned for obvious reasons. She just couldn't let it go. So she figured she'd force her on me.
Has she gone totally mental? Just because she has no affection for me doesn't mean she can't treat you like that.
That's exactly right. I was furious. I told her off in front of everyone. I think I might have ruined the whole evening for everyone. Actually, I was so upset I couldn't stop myself. I blurted out everything. The way she treated you and forcing you to stay home today. About how she forced Lily onto Kyle. Even about her cheating on him.
How did the other relatives react to all that?
Apparently Mum told them that Kyle was the one who cheated on Lily. And took off with some other woman.
Seriously? That's awful.
That little tidbit of information caused quite a commotion among all the relatives. They're currently having a family meeting right about now.
I guess the fireworks display is on back burner for now, it seems.
Oh yeah, my Uncle Frank took me aside and told me maybe I should check and make sure there were no false divorce filings in the past few days. I'm going to stop off at City Hall on way home and submit a claim just in case.
Chris, open the door. Please, let me in. I'm right outside your apartment complex. I know you're home. It's still the 4th of July weekend. I know you're still off from work. Please let me in.
Mom, would you just stop? The buzzing is driving me bonkers. I'm trying to work.
Work? What do you mean work?
I told you not to contact me anymore. We're done as a family. I told you that the other day.
But please, Chris!
Will you stop with your blabbering, Mum? I introduced you to that factory. I thought you were already over there, for God's sake. I'm busy. Gotta go.
Sandra, I know you're there. Let me in right this minute. Mother, what do you want? It's all your adult. Lily hates me now. I put in an application for divorce and marriage to Lily, but that was apparently rejected as a fraud claim. So I must concede defeat regarding this whole marriage to Chris. Therefore, I have taken it upon myself to discipline you, to teach you the ropes on how to be the perfect wife. Chris deserves the best. We have a few days left of the holidays, so let's get started. There's no time to lose. I don't think so, Mother. We're both at the office now. Excuse me, at the office? Yes, the July 4th weekend is actually not that long, and besides, both Chris and I work in a business that requires 24-hour operation. Even on holidays, we all work in shifts. Then get someone else to take your shift and come back home right this second. This is not a request. This is a command from your mother-in-law. Mother, is it true that you got kicked out of your own home? Pardon me? That home is owned by your husband's younger brother, if I got my facts correct, isn't that so? I heard you were just living there for free after your husband passed away, but that incident the other day was the last straw and you were kicked out of that house. Chris introduced me to a company called Ace Industries. I believe he arranged for a live-in position as an office receptionist. You were supposed to start today according to Chris, so why are you at our place? Well, seems obvious, right? You guys have this spacious condo, plenty of room here. Chris has enough income to take care of me, so why would I even accept such a position? That reminds me, you quit your part-time job after your husband passed and just lived off his inheritance? I heard that nest egg is about to dry up. Why do you even know about that? I was briefed on all the details about the family meeting you had the other day. After you introduced Lily as Chris's new wife, nice try, by the way. Are you serious? You were briefed? Also, I may as well tell you now, about that tower condo you're so fond of. I bought that place when I was still single. I own that place. Wait, you own that condo? Yes, I was not only working at that time, but also inherited a bunch of real estate assets when my father passed away, so... Does that mean you make more than Chris? Yeah, I guess that you can say that. As for who you can or cannot live in that condo, I own the place and I have every right to make such decisions. This must be a mistake. And why would I want to live with someone that has been harassing me, treating me like dirt these past few years? Sorry, but I'm not really into masochism. But where am I gonna live then? That's why Chris introduced you to that position at Ace Industries. I would take it if I were you. A car just pulled up in front of your condo. That black van isn't for me, is it? Did Chris call them? Oh, did it arrive? That was pretty quick. There was talk of you trying to escape, and so there was an APB put on you. Chris called them. I suppose you don't have time to check your line messages. At least for now. After that conversation, the staff of Ace Industry picked her up and took her straight to the factory dormitory. I heard that the following day at the same dormitory, Lily showed up. Not sure about the details, but I heard she hooked up with some lowlife and somehow accumulated a huge debt with the guy, who later skipped town, leaving her with all that debt. When I first heard that they were together in the same dormitory, I was a little concerned, but they apparently got along great and worked as a sort of a team. working surprisingly efficiently together. After a year, they even started to enjoy their newfound passion for work. They even vowed to work until retirement as a team. Chris told me that the president of Ace Industries had planned it that way and was positive that it would work out in such a manner. I guess he knows people. I probably won't meet Chris's mom again, but I'm happy that she found a purpose in life.
Oh, Sam, are you there? I have some really, really big news to share with you.
Good morning, Tanya. I'm glad you seem to be in such a good mood this morning. So what's this big news that you want to tell me?
Well, my big news for you is that I want to call off our engagement.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I can't marry you anymore, I'm afraid.
Hold on, is this some kind of joke or something? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I can't marry you anymore. But don't worry, I have a very good reason for all of this, so it's okay. Anyways, goodbye, Sam. And thanks for everything.
Hold on a second. You can't just tell me that you have a reason for why you don't want to marry me anymore and then just go away.
Are you sure you want to know? The reason I didn't want to say anything was because I knew it would hurt your feelings. But if you really want to know, then I can tell you.
You wanted to spare my feelings by breaking up with me and then running away.
Well, the truth is that there's someone else. And I'm pregnant with their baby right now.
So basically you're leaving me because you're having an affair.
No, it isn't anything like that. This other guy isn't just some random hookup or something. I really love him. Please, you have to understand where I'm coming from with this.
Please tell me that it's April Fool's Day and all of the calendars on all of my devices are just months off.
I know that you might not get it, but it's all new for me too. I mean, it's not like I got pregnant on purpose, but now that I am, I know that I have to marry this man. So please, if you could at least understand that, then maybe we can part ways on good terms.
Good terms? Is that a joke? You tell me that you're cheating on me and that you're pregnant with a child that's not mine, and you want to leave things on good terms. I certainly hope that you didn't think things were just going to end here.
What do you mean? Can't we just part ways and call it that?
Of course not. Our wedding is supposed to be in 2 weeks and you drop this bombshell on me. We need to have some kind of meeting about this. We need to talk with your parents and my parents and whoever this baby daddy of yours is as well.
What does he have to do with any of this? Surely we don't need to involve him.
What do you mean, what does he have to do with this? He's at the center of the whole thing. Of course we're going to involve him.
But I haven't even told anyone else that I'm pregnant yet.
Well, you were going to soon, weren't you?
Maybe? I don't know, okay? There's a lot going on here.
I can't believe this. Well, who is this guy? Can you at least tell me that?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. I don't want him to get bothered by any of this.
We are way past that point now. You are literally pregnant. You don't want to bother him, but you'll go and do something like this to me.
Look, I just can't tell you who he is, okay? You're not going to change my mind, and if you're going to be a jerk, then I'm just going to leave.
How am I the bad guy here? You've got to be kidding me.
Yo, Sam, long time no talk. How have you been, man? Actually, I'm messaging you because I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, wow. Nick. How's it going, man? I think the last time that I saw you was at the class reunion that we had last year.
I know, man, super crazy. But anyways, I guess I'll just cut to what I wanted to ask you. Do you happen to know a girl named Tanya? I think she might be your fiancée, is that right?
Well, the thing about that is that we actually called off our engagement yesterday after a fight.
So, you two aren't engaged anymore then?
That's right. We talked yesterday morning, and ever since then I haven't heard at all from her. I tried calling her parents and asking for a little help, but they didn't know where she was either. So I haven't spoken to her since we broke up.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's a lot, man.
Don't tell me that you know where she is right now, and that's why you're reaching out.
I don't know where she is right now, no. But earlier today, she was ringing my doorbell nonstop.
Wait, why? I don't understand.
I think that she might have me confused with someone else, actually.
Oh, really? She thinks that you're someone else?
Yeah, I think that she has some old friend who happens to have the same first and last name as me, and I guess we must have some other similarities. I think I know the guy she's talking about since we all went to the same school together. But he moved away when we were just in 3rd grade. And I haven't heard from him since. But then about 3 months ago, I was at a bar and Tanya comes up to me talking about how long it's been. She kind of just talked to me and didn't give me a chance to say anything, but it didn't take long for me to figure out that she had me confused for someone else.
So I guess you must look like this guy, or at least how Tanya thinks that this guy must look.
It's gotta be something like that, yeah.
So then you and Tanya got to talking a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about, but she was really, really drunk, and I don't think she got that I wasn't the guy she thought I was. I actually had to get back home to my wife right around then, so after Tanya passed out at the bar, I snuck out and left. I hadn't seen or heard from Tanya since then.
Until the other day when she shows up ringing your doorbell, right?
Exactly, and not just that, but she was saying something about how she was pregnant with my kid.
Did she really say that to you? That's actually very interesting.
It was crazy. I didn't think anything of it, really. After all, I know that I've already talked to you about my, slow swimmers and how I can't have children, so I knew that she couldn't have been telling the truth. And anyways, I just wanted to let you know that this happened before you heard it from anyone else.
I see. This really clears up a bunch of things, but also just raises more questions.
I really hope that you can believe me, man.
Of course I do. I mean, I know that you wouldn't do anything like that to me.
I'm really glad to hear that. I was worried that you would hear about this before I had a chance to explain what really happened.
For sure. I completely understand. Thanks again for the tip. Do you think that if I staked out your place, that I might see Tanya show up there again at some point?
She seemed pretty adamant about trying to talk to me when she showed up outside the first time. I have no idea when she might show up next, but just looking through my door cam, she's already showed up multiple times this week.
Got it. This is all really good to know. I'll talk to her parents and we'll figure something out. I'm sorry that you got sucked into this, but I appreciate you coming to me about it.
For sure, man. If I can ask one thing, let you get her out of my hair first.
Of course, man.
Hey, Sam, are you there? Tanya just showed up to my place and she's ringing my doorbell right now.
I know. I'm parked across the street, watching her right now.
You think it's fine if I just keep pretending that no one is home? I don't want to answer the door!
Of course. It would be better that way, actually. But don't answer that door whatever you do. Tanya's parents are on their way to get her right now. I just hope she waits there until then.
Got it. Alright, I'm counting on you, man.
Sam, what is the matter with you? How could you go and tell on me to my parents, huh? And why did you tear me away from Nick? How could you do this to me? I love him. He's the love of my life, and you can't keep us apart forever.
The love of your life. Are you kidding me right now? First of all, the Nick that lives in that apartment is married.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that the Nick whose apartment you showed up to is not your old childhood friend, Nick.
But I don't get it.
I looked into just what was going on here, and I discovered that old high school yearbook that I thought I had lost in your room. It had the names of all the students, and Nick was in there as well. I also found the New Year's card that you sent me that had his address on it. Did you really steal that from me?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I didn't go through it, actually. It was your parents that did. When I told them that you were breaking off our engagement, they agreed to do some digging around to help me understand why. And worst of all, they found the photos that you had taped together of you and Nick. It's like something out of a stalker movie or something like that.
You mean that they even found that?
They did. That wasn't all that they shared with me. They told me that you never had any old friend named Nick. So basically you pretended like you had a friend with the same name, acted like you were at the bar that Nick was by chance, and were going to try and get him drunk and seduce him. Not only that, but now you're showing up outside his house trying to convince him that you're pregnant with his kid.
Well, I guess since the cat is out of the bag, there's really no point in trying to keep this a secret anymore. It's just as you say, Sam. But so what? The fact of the matter is that Nick and I did go home together and we did have sex, and I am pregnant with his kid.
I'm sorry to say, but the father of your child is not Nick.
What do you mean? What makes you say that?
Well, I went to the bar that you found Nick at and asked the bartender that day if he remembered you. He said that some other guy took Nick's seat as soon as he left for the night. And that's when you woke up. You just started talking to him as if nothing had happened. Before long, the two of you were walking out of the bar together.
What are you talking about? That can't be right.
It is. And whoever this mystery guy was, he's the real father of your child.
But No! No!
Nick needed to go home early that night and waited for you to get so drunk that you passed out of the bar before he could leave. He spent the night on his own. Him and even his wife can confirm his alibi.
You mean he spent the night with his wife?
That's right. And meanwhile, you drunkenly went home with some guy who you thought was Nick.
I don't know what to say. This is all so much to take in.
You even have pictures of it, you know, on your phone.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that one. Your phone. You have photos taken from that night in what I can only assume is some motel or something. You can't see the man's face, but just by looking at the body, it's clear that he's not Nick at all.
Well then who did I sleep with that night?
Why are you asking me that? I mean, why do you think that I would know who the random guy that picked you up at a bar was? Don't ask me.
So it really was just some random guy?
That's right. So quit bothering Nick with all of this nonsense. We know all about your plan to try and honeypot Nick into getting you pregnant. But the fact is that he's married and he was never going to betray his wife.
No! This can't be happening! I've been visiting his house every day!
Oh, I know. Always screaming about how the two of you are going to get married when you have the kid.
I haven't seen a woman come in or out of that place ever!
That's because she's been away on a business trip for a while now.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope. I've met his wife and can show you all the proof you need, if you want.
I don't want to see any of this! This can't be happening to me!
Well, that's basically all that I had to say to you.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's right. If you need to say anything else, you have to go through a lawyer.
A lawyer? What do you mean by that? We don't need to involve lawyers in any of this, right?
What do you mean? You broke off our engagement because you cheated on me. I can sue you for that.
But it wasn't...
Yep, you read that right. And I am going to make sure that I get every penny that I had put into our wedding plan back from you.
You can't really expect me to pay for all of that, can you?
I'm well within my right to, thank you very much.
But I didn't even sleep with Nick, and I was just lying about being pregnant, too. Can't we just pretend like none of this ever happened?
The fact of the matter is that you still cheated on me.
But I didn't even sleep with the right guy! This isn't fair!
I don't care who you slept with, it doesn't change the fact that you did it.
But I only ever did it once.
And that's all it takes in the eyes of the law for me to punish you for it.
Please, no! You can't do this to me! You have to take me back! I'm begging you! Sam, please! You can't do this to me!
Tanya wouldn't stop messaging me after that, so I asked her parents if they wouldn't mind taking her phone away from her. In the meantime, I talked with a lawyer, and soon the legal proceedings were underway. Through it all, I made Tanya pay for emotional damages, the money we had put into wedding plans, and their cancellation fees as well. In the end, she owed me some $60,000. She had no choice but to start taking on as many jobs as she could handle to try and pay down her debt. Meanwhile, I packed my bags and moved back to live with my parents for a little bit, and reset. As for Nick, his wife finally came back and was shocked to learn about the whole affair. When Tanya finally got her phone back from her parents, they had deleted my contact information, and it was like I had vanished without a trace as far as Tanya was concerned. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.